Hello, my name is Dan Modiano, and the name of my program is Levron, Internet Video Event Network Marketing. And the young lady sitting next to me is somebody I actually met on Facebook about 2 months ago. And pretty much as soon as I met her on Facebook, I wanted to meet her in person. And the opportunity arose to do the interview with her, and obviously I took advantage of it. And here she is with us. And obviously she's a very beautiful young woman, but on top of that, she's got incredible talent. And that's what really struck me more than anything when I saw her work on Facebook, which you're looking at above here, and we're going to take a look at some more. But before doing that, we want her to say a few words. Olga, please tell us all about yourself.
How are you, Daniel? Good to see you. Thank you for that opportunity with Levron. It's a great network and interesting blog, and I'm glad that you're sharing all talented people and artists with the audience. Well, I was born in St. Petersburg, and that is Russia. And when I was 19 years old, I received a great scholarship and came to America to go to college. But since I was 12 years old, I was infatuated with art and Western European art and iconography, and a lot of artistic levels of expression. So my parents took me to the Hermitage. It's a very well-known museum in Russia.
Nice.
And when I was about 12, I started my education in that museum and took a lot of...
It's more than education. It must have been a huge passion that you had to be doing this kind of thing, because this takes hours and hours of dedication. It's not something that just comes naturally. I mean, you've been schooled for it, I'm sure, as well, but you must really love it in your heart.
Well, when I was very small, my mother would show me beautiful books, and I was exposed to a lot of art. In fact, when I was about 5 years old, I was a backstage child, and my mom used to work at the Kirov Ballet Theater. And that's a theater that's now it's known as Mariinsky Theater of Opera and Ballet. And I actually witnessed people to sew costumes, to paint stage decorations. The costume maker was incredible to me, and I saw such bright colors and detail that went to prepare one piece for the
I've seen
performance.
things that are incorporated into fashion, like some of your work actually gets incorporated into dress wear and things. Isn't that correct?
Absolutely. Actually, because of like sunflowers that you see behind me, and I do a lot of birds, I love to put those images on t-shirts, on dresses, on scarves, to make it kind of like a bright fashion wear, fashion couture. I have started the line of t-shirts. It's a simple collection, but that attracted a lot of people who likes to wear bright and interesting designs.
And before our interview, you were telling us that you're actually internationally renowned. It's not just in the States that you're recognized, but all over the world. So that's an accomplishment. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Sure, thank you. Well, being from St. Petersburg, I actually had few shows in Moscow, and there was a well-known building called Manege, and that's where all the contemporary and modern artists show their work. Very well known. They have a lot of art festivals. We had an art festival there, as well as we had an exhibit in Norway, and one of most, I thought, amazing kind of exhibits I had was in Kazakhstan, and that country has an incredible culture, and we had an exhibit at the National Gallery of Kosteyev. So it's a national gallery, and they do have one of my paintings called My City, New York. The theme of the show that we had over there was few years back was a theme to bring America to Kazakhstan and show them American artists and what we can offer as a culture.
Sure, there's a lot to be learned, I'm sure, from other cultures and environments. Olga, I admired you tremendously before the interview, before coming and meeting you in person, even more so now. It's been a tremendous pleasure. And that's the reason I like doing these interviews, meeting with different people, networking, which is what our organization is all about. It's so important, making relationships, making connections. That's what Levron is dedicated to do. And doing it with video. We're adding the power of internet video marketing. We're going to help Olga out the best we can with promoting her talents on our network. And of course, just being associated with this wonder is a bolster for us. Thank you so much, Olga, for your time. And we are going to take some time to look at some of her artwork, because we're going to go around and just look at how amazing her work is. Give us a minute and we'll be right there. You don't have to, no.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So this painting called Lilacs in Love, I love to portray nature and little insects and flies and bees. And in this particular case, lilacs remind me of the spring and everything that grows and develops, and kind of reminding people that it is necessarily to preserve our nature and those little butterflies that makes us all so happy and cheerful. So I did this composition kind of like with blue, because blue represents to me a color of hope. So I love blue color because it gives you an idea of sky, of pastel images, kind of like gives you that serene and feeling of peace. And
that's lovely, Olga.
thank you.
Just right here, close up. It's a very beautiful painting, Olga. Your work is incredible.
Thank you, Daniel.
Go ahead.
So this painting called Inside the Lion's Den, because I concentrate my art on wildlife and animals, I like to remind everybody about the wild nature that we have to preserve and our peace on the planet. So in this particular case, I portrayed the lion. I had a friend who went to safari and he took a lot of pictures, and by looking at them I've realized what a beautiful and graceful animal it is, and we all can learn from nature, all of us, from their family values, and even like wolves or animal kingdom or any other tribe or distinction of the kind.
Very good, Olga. You seem to be very touched by nature and conservation as well, and that is a very beautiful painting. And we'll get a little closer with the camera. Some of the details of the lion's face, as you can see. It's very expressive, very expressive. It almost looks like a little bit angry.
Well, there is actually a lot of passion to it because of the strokes, and as you know, a lot of times it takes probably 4 or 5 layers to get the effect like you can receive. Because
that's something I noticed about your art, the composition, the texture. It's just so, you really put it on there thick. It's like amazing. It's like very thick.
Well, it's an expression of your thought, your movement, kind of freedom, because that's a free animal. That even if it's caged, it still possesses freedom. So when you express your movement with brush strokes like that, that will talk for itself, that I have a freedom to put it as much as I want and as
you do a beautiful job, Olga.
Thank you.
Incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So this painting called Wild Orchids, it's actually the game of colors. I put a lot of different shades to it, kind of to memorize that the flowers, they have a life for its own, and every single piece of nature and every single movement that we make in life, it can be developed, and we have freedom of choice, of our expression. And as an artist, I like to express myself, to be involved with charities, to be involved with different organizations that take a big part in our society and have a word in helping our environment. And
again, you're interested in nature, the environment, and conservation.
And also in people, of course. Like my next charity would be participation with March of Dimes, which is an incredible organization for newborn children, and to remind people out there that there are different causes, and find your passion, what you like to do, find your charity, your
Well, you
cause.
certainly found yours, Olga.
Yes.
And we're going to do a close-up on the picture,
Sure.
and then we're going to wrap it up.
Thank you.
A very nice painting, beautiful.
Yeah.
And a beautiful girl as well. Thank you so much, Olga. It's been a pleasure working with you today.